House of Flame and Shadow. Spoilers. How? Just how? How do I want to get back into a book that is like 50% info dumping? I'm an hour and 20 minutes until the end. Hour 20 minutes to the end. I'm tired of hearing these people going like, the ending is so worth it. That's what everybody's told me about every single Crescent City book. And the endings, the first Crescent City was worth it. And the love story in the first one was amazing. But these info dumps are insane. Sarah J. Maas's publishers need to have her condense things. I know there are diehard fans, but this is ridiculous. People can love these books. I'm not telling you to hate these books. If you love this and this is your favorite book, scroll away. Come back another day. My issue is you want me to believe, like, just think of this logically. And people are like, Bryce is a mess. Bryce has always been a mess. Bryce has always been a mess in every single book. Okay, you want me to believe and you want me to keep reading a story where the main character is so scared that she has to bring on this worm and put it against these people that she just met. Then she starts to feel bad because she sent the worm, and maybe these people are nice. You never know. Oh my God. Then they get to this mysterious tunnel, and they get to this mysterious cave where there's this hologram, and the hologram is like, here's this info dumping and everything you need to know about the story. And then they fall into another room, and then there's some sarcophagi lady, and she info dumps everything Bryce needs to know about the story. And you don't earn any of this. It just falls into her lap. And then once she learns her information, she's like, peace, deuces, fuck y'all. So when I'm saying she's acting out of character, let's take the Bryce that was feeling really bad. Like, let's take that Bryce that was feeling really bad about, like, the setting the worm against Nesta and Azriel, and put her in the same situation where she steals the sword and she's like, oh my God, I feel so bad. I'm going to my world now. Good luck, guys. It's just inconsistent. Or do you feel bad? Do you know the consequences of taking this fucking sword? You left these motherfuckers in a cave, not knowing if they were going to be okay or not. Just fucking assumed. Then we're told, we're just info dumped all of Hypaxia's story. Like, do we realize this? Like, Hypaxia's story could have been told alongside Bryce's story instead of Ethan's whatever plot storyline that was. Because, I mean, cool, we got an Ethan storyline, but we could have had a Hypaxia storyline. But the only reason I could think that we didn't have a Hypaxia storyline is because it would have just been too close to Throne of Glass. Like, these books, if you compare the descriptions and you add a Hypaxia, a witch storyline where a witch is exiled, it's kind of like Throne of Glass, just in a different fucking setting. Look, I get it. Nobody wants their favorite book to be talked about negatively. That's why I said scroll away, come back another day. If you're still here, what I am saying is that I paid the same amount of money that you did. I paid the same amount of money you did to get this book. I wanted a different experience. This isn't me saying, like, I had my theories. Oh my God, because I keep hearing that shit too. Oh, well, everybody had their theories of what this was going to be. Everybody kept hoping that this was going to be like an ACOTAR crossover. Everybody kept hoping this was going to be a Throne of Glass crossover. I had no expectations. After that second book, I had very little expectations for this book. And those first 100 pages seemed interesting, and then it got to the 150 page mark, and I was like, this is the same bullshit. It's the same bullshit. It's okay if people eat these books up. I am hating them right now because she just has so much, like, Sarah just has so much wasted potential in these books. So much wasted potential. You know what? I'd rather have a Hypaxia storyline and have this seem like just a knock-off Throne of Glass, because if they were to add a Hypaxia storyline, it would basically be knockoff Throne of Glass, and I'd be kind of okay with that, because at least we would have a Hypaxia storyline. And when I say a Hypaxia storyline, a competent Hypaxia, because the character assassination that she did for Hypaxia in the second and third book, after saying she's a really powerful necromancer. She's a really powerful necromancer. And in the second book, where she just kind of like doesn't really do anything, and then she kind of fucks shit up in the third one, I'm like, why even include the character? This kind of storytelling, I don't care if it's within 7 days. This storytelling, the pacing is so fucking off. It's so clunky. Well, what do you expect? It's told within 7 days. I am not making excuses anymore. I've made it this far into the SJM universe, and I know what SJM can do. I don't want her to like copy and paste shit. I really don't. But it gets to a point where it's just like, dude, you need to get these books edited and condensed a little bit better. Because the way these are written, it's just like, bro, just make another book. Let us find this out in another book. Why are we getting info dumped for 5 to 10 pages at a time? Just nonstop information about this world. We're like 600 pages into House of Flame and Shadow, and we're getting info dumps about this fucking world. It's like cool for the fan that wants that, but we're 600 pages in. Like, not everybody wants to that point. 600 pages in, info dumps? What the fuck? This is where, like, they needed to get an editor and be like, you need to condense this, or how about we make another book? Yeah, how about we make another book? Then the random children that Lydia has, what the fuck is that about? The random children. Oh, I had 2 secret children that I had to hide. It's like, oh my god, we're about to get info dumped. More information about characters that just came in. I don't need to fucking know about some mystery children you had. Where the fuck did this storyline come from? I don't care. This does not make me care more about this character. And then everybody's like, oh my god, Lydia, you and your mystery children, I feel so bad for you guys afterward. And Lydia's like, no, I'm gonna be fine. And my mystery children, I'm like, bros, fast forward. Fast forward. Let's get to the main plot. Let's get to what actually matters. Literally, chapter 62 was one of the best chapters out of that motherfucking book. We could have skipped from literally Bryce teleporting back to Midgard, cut out that entire middle, and then just get to chapter 62. We didn't need any of that in between. Just skipped right from her coming from Prithian, going right to Midgard, right to her beating the shit out her dad. And that would have been a better book. You would have had all that shit in between that we did not need.